All right, guys, going on another test drive today. I got a 1971 Chevy Camaro sitting here. This one's got the 350 under the hood, power steering, power brakes. It doesn't look like the heater core's hooked up. So I don't think this is going to have any heat, no AC. What we got? Disc brakes in the front, drum in the rear. There's going to be 100 detailed pictures I'm going to put out of this one, and I'll put it on maplemotors.com. By the end of the video, we'll be going over chips, scratches, rust, and dents. Now, I see the paint is a little weak on this one, but I'll be going over that. And the drivetrain seems awesome. I reached in the window talking to a customer, turned the key, and I mean, boom, started running perfect. All right, well, let's see what else we can find on this one. It's about that time. Let's go for a ride. All right, before we take off, we'll check out this interior. We could try this out and see if it works. Go ahead and start this one. Radio here. We'll turn her all the way up. Radio is broken. Wait. I knew there was going to be another radio. It's right here in the glove box. We get some sound. No sound coming from the radio. It's popping up, but no sound coming from the radio. So, radio does not work, even though it's got a couple speakers, kick panels, and everything. Missing a little plate there. The seats look decent. Got some rips in the back seat. Baggage tray, clean. Headliner, pretty clean. Weather stripping is older, but it's still in use and looks okay. Place your bets. Do you think the horn works? Little cracks around the horn there, and then 40,000 miles is what it's showing on the dash. Shouldn't have any heat, but does the blower motor do anything? No, blower motor is out. No blower motor. Wipers hit the hood because it's an aftermarket hood. Oh, let's see. And of course, the hood does not latch. You got to use the hood pins on this one. The wipers do work, but they are not going to work because they're stuck. They're stuck on the hood. So yeah, they're not going to work. All right. Back seat on this one. They work, but they're not going to work. You know what I'm saying, on the hood, because they're stuck. That aftermarket hood definitely caused that. Tach not working. Temp working. Clock actually works. Look at that, it's moving. Voltmeter not working. Gas gauge, we'll have to stop and find out. How about that? Turn signals. Flashing on the dash. Flashing on the dash. We are looking pretty good otherwise. Horn. Woo, it's hooked up. Dash. Pretty clean. We're good to go, guys. Time to hit the road, see how this one drives. Okay. Now we're gonna take off down the road. Anything I see, you'll know about it. I love me a Camaro, especially a split one. Well, the seatbelt just barely fits me. And just to let you know, I'm right at 200 pounds. And it's stretched all the way out. So if you're any more than 200 pounds, you might not get the seatbelt buckled. It's very tight. It's too short. Console's not bolted down on this one. Here we go. I noticed it shaking around there. I feel like that's second, but let's see. Well, neutral and drive. So you can't go manual mode. You can't go to first and second. Neutral and drive, that's it. Here we go. Rolling on out. She feels tight going down the road. Suspension's nice. She's straight as an arrow. A little bit of slack in the steering. It's turning there, it's turning there, but not much. Hear that rattling? I hear that coming from somewhere. Passing gear is not hooked up on this. I'm trying to get it to engage. Oh, it is. It's hooked up. It just took me a second to get it to do it. Speedometer seems to be accurate and working. The kick down is hooked up. Decent speed, nice pickup. The readout for the shifter up here is not hooked up correctly, so it's still in park. So once you go to shift it up here, it's going to stay in park. What we're going to do next, we'll get some gas, check our gas gauge. Right now, gas gauge is on E, it's in the red. We'll put $20 worth of premium fuel in this ride here. Hopefully I go vote. I'm going to try to go vote today. It doesn't look terribly long, so maybe I can get in there and get my vote in. Now, seems to run and drive pretty good. Engine temperature, about 160. Let's get a little fuel. We'll see what else we can find. All right, up here at the gas station. And we put the gas in right here, below the tag. Took $20 worth of premium fuel. And of course we'll walk up here. And check our gas gauge. Well, let's see. Gas gauge works. Good deal. Time to roll. Got a couple screws that need to be put back in. This one's coming out too. Okay. There we go. I've noticed the suspension is a bit stiff on this one, so listen to the back. I'm going really slow too. Little bumps in the road here. Little bumpy. We'll see how it compares when we go down our stretch there with the bump in the road. This is just coming through a parking lot. Not bad though, but it is stiff in the rear. All right, heading on back to the lot now. Give you reverse. Okay. Just making sure I put my hood pins back in. This one doesn't have a latch, so you have to use the hood pins. There we go. Just want to make sure I am in drive. And here we go. Ooh, heading on back. I think our speedometer is a bit fast on this one. We're running about 35 and it's saying around 50. So keep that in mind. Best thing is you won't get a speeding ticket. You think you're going 50. You know the difference. And then our brakes are pulling to the left. See that? Back in our throttle. There's a good 65-70% throttle there. And that was not to the floor. I don't know what the rattling is, but I do hear something rattling. I think it's coming from the trunk. Maybe the package tray. It could be a speaker or something that needs to be tightened up. Which it does. It's got speakers everywhere. I don't know why the radio isn't putting out any sound. Yeah, it's something vibrating in the trunk back there. Bump in the road. Not too bad. A little stiff in the back, but still not too bad. Guys, picking out the flaws, that's coming up next. Stick around for that. Chips, scratches, rust, dents. Now this one, the body does need a little love. Had a couple dents, has a little bit of rust, has a lot of chips. I want you to see that. You need to know about it. Most important aspect of this car is the body. That's where the price range is, guys. Thank you for watching. Picking out the flaws, coming up right now. Okay, let's walk this ride. Anything I find, you'll know about it. Let me shut my door good. I didn't shut it. Not too bad, still a little bit of a gap there, but I think it'll be closed up. We'll start in the front. Well, turn the headlights off, Nick. Kill the battery. Look at me go. Got some rust bubbles popping up in the front of this one here. Chips. Of course, we know paint job needs to be redone. It's significantly cheaper for that reason. Chips, a little bit of rust, bubbles, scuffs. On the side here as well. Paint chips, surface rust. Up and over your fender. Couple chips on the side below the SS emblems. A little rust in the bottom of the door popping up. Scuff in the paint. A little rust in the corner of the door popping up. Chips on the edge of the door. Chips in the back. Marks. Crack. Behind your bumper. Might as well run the whole bottom part here. You got a little silicone on that line, I think. Yep. That's where they put a new piece in. I don't know why they siliconed it. Anyways, coming this way. Little chip there. Chip here on the side. Door kind of bows in a little bit there instead of being flush. Bubble there. In the corner you got some bubbles as well. Chips. Spot. Just where the paint's been buffed out. Chip there. A lot of these edges are just burn marks from the buffer. Back to that midsection. There's some damage here, some dents, paint flaking. It's basically 3 dents, but 1 section. Chips on the edge of the door. Paint bubbling up. Cracks all in the paint back here. Spread out. Cracks all up here on the paint. Chips. Let's open the trunk. Edge of your trunk lid. A little bit of rust. Little bubble popping up. You got some around that lip too. The lip is rusty on the trunk lid. Here too, on this side. Trunk pan patched up. A little bit of rust. Patched up. Just around where the drains are, they just put a whole lot. A little crunchy though. Here. Package tray looks good. Surface rust on it, but it looks good. Oh, the trunk lid doesn't stay up. Tried to eat me. Got some chips on top of that wing. Clear coats. Gonzo on this wing. Got some rust up here. Scratch on top. Paint's kind of fading here on the roof as well. Give it down the midsection on this side. Scuffs, cracking in the paint just like the other side. A lot of cracking. Scratches. Chips, scuffs on your back window, scuffs on the roof here. Go down the midsection, a bunch of different scuffs. That might buff out. It's like a box sat on there and slid off on this side too. Weather stripping's decent, but you can see it's getting dry. It's older. Touch up marks. Scuffs. Bunch of chips on the paint here. Some up here. Okay. Step back, make sure I didn't miss nothing. Windows. Got a big scratch here on the window and a bunch of scuffs. And they might buff off though. Scratches on the window, on the glass itself. Here, bunch of scuffs. Scratch. And oh, big chip off the top of it. Cracks in the seal holding the window up. Let's check out the interior. Open this door. Door panel on this one, you got some sagging going on. The bottom needs to be re-screwed in. Got some chips in the jambs, but nothing that can't be fixed. You got some rust at the bottom of the door. Not much, just chipping the paint up. But it is there, and it is chipping the paint up. Panel there is dinged up. Carpet's not bad. Pedals. Picking up the seat. Got some silicone around that back window to keep it from leaking, I'm sure. Rips in the seat there. Now you can see those scuffs on that window there, but the panel here doesn't look too bad, just missing a little insert. Ashtray seems clean. Let's see here. I didn't kill the battery, did I? Make sure it ain't a safety switch. Give me just a moment. I want to see if I killed the battery. I sure hope I did. Got my boost box on it up there. Battery was weak. Yeah, I left the headlights on too long. Well, my bad. The volt gauge is not working on this one. I will check the alternator, make sure it's charging when I get back to the lot. It looks like it should be good, but I'll double check. On this one, you can't see that kind of stuff. But as soon as I hooked this up and turned it on, I heard the fuel pump get strong. It was a lot louder. And I had the headlights on for just, I don't know, a few minutes. So it shouldn't have went dead because the battery is not that old. Now guys, if you want to pick up one of these jump boxes, they are a lifesaver. I can jump off about 10 cars before I have to recharge it. Motor on this one runs awesome. Drivetrain is pretty awesome. A lot of new stuff. A little bit busted there. Coming on down with our hood. Chips around the edges. It does come down easy. And honestly, there's so much room in the front. You know how those wipers didn't work? I think if this hood just came forward a little bit, the wipers would do fine. So I think if you adjusted it forward just a hair, I mean, it don't need much. It just needs enough for the blade to get around. Got some chips on the edge. Chips. Cracks, chips. Sun damage there. Thank you for watching. I sure hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit subscribe and share. 100 detailed pictures of this car. We get pretty much inventory every single Monday. It's about 10 cars a week right now, sometimes 15. And if you have any other questions, call us. I'll go back out here, look at the car more, send you more videos. I do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Be sure to hit subscribe. Thanks, guys.